हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा गोविंद राधे, जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा जय लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा, जय गौरानीताय जय गौरानीताय, नित गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल, जय जय प्रभुपाद श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं, वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च, श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाभिजे, नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे, नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने, श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दैताय पावये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दाहिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुरी जुल प्रेमाढ़ श्री रूपानुग भक्तिद श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते, नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ते दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत ध्वान्तहारिणे, नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्ते विप्रलंबर सांबोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिनी गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महबदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपः स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं, हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमस्ते, जयतां सुरतौ पंगुर्मम मंदे मतेर्गति मत्सर्वसपदां भोजौ श्री राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्य वृंदारण्यं कल्पाद्रुमाधः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीरघोविंद देवो प्रेष्ठाभिः श्रीमानुस्मरामि। श्रीमान राससारं देवं श्रीवटतरस्थिताकर्षन् वेणुसुनिर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्री सुनः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे। लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनामध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मा व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि मेने अस्मद्गुरो भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धो रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. So today we are going to see that how Rama, Mishra, Manakal and Nambi met Alawandar. So we saw last time that how Alawandar, Ramanujacharaya, Yamunaittathuraivan, the grandson of Nathamuni, Nathamuni's son, Ishwar Muni's son is Yamunaittathuraivan. He wanted that his grandson's name should be kept as Yamunaittathuraivan, which later became as Yamunacharya. So when he was studying in the school, in the Gurukul, we saw that how a very proud scholar, he challenged this boy, and the queen was having so much of faith just after seeing this boy that he has so much of effulgence and he seems to be full of power. And she took a vow from the king that if this boy wins, then he has to give 50% of his kingdom and make him the king. So happened, 3 statements were spoken by Alawandar. Alawandar means one who has come to save me or to keep my words true. So in this way, Alawandar placed 3 statements, and the 3 statements had to be negated and to be proved. And this was very expertly done by Alawandar. So Yamunacharya became successful in that. He was given the kingdom. He became a king. Rama, Mishra, Manakal, Nambi, when he heard this, he was very happy. And here the king was ruling the kingdom very expertly. Young boy, the prince, you can say, was ruling the kingdom very expertly. The days went on. Now Rama Mishra thought, now it's the time, I should go and meet him. I should go and meet him and give him that secret knowledge which my spiritual master, Pundarikaksha, he has told me to give this. We know Rama Mishra's spiritual master is Pundarikaksha, Pandar, who is actually the disciple of Nathamuni. Nathamuni had entrusted this task to Pandar, who is also known as Pundarikaksha, to give the knowledge to his grandson. But Pandar gave the knowledge to Rama Mishra and he left the body. Now Rama Mishra's task is to give this important message or important knowledge, it is a spiritual knowledge, to Yamunacharya. So now he was finding the means to meet Yamunacharya. But when he went to palace, the guards stopped him. They did not allow him to meet because he's a king now. Anyone cannot go and meet him. So what he thought was, let me find out another way. So he could easily enter the kitchen somehow. He found out the way to enter the kitchen. And there he started giving a wonderful green vegetable, Tuluvalai Kirai, that is known as Tuluvalai Kirai, means green vegetable, sa, can say, Tuluvalai Kirai. He used to cook also. And every day they used to give to Yamunacharya. Every day, Alawandar used to give this, they used to give him. Practically for 6 months continuously, Tuluvalai Kirai, every day was given in dinner. It is one type of herb. And it became very favorite dish of Yamunacharya. So now every day this became a habit. Uninterrupted service was done by Rama Mishra. He was waiting for an opportunity. Suddenly he thought, let me stop it. So he stopped bringing that vegetable and he also stopped coming. Now Yamunacharya was thinking, why 1, 2 days became 3 days became, why this Kirai is not coming? Why am I not getting this wonderful green vegetable? Green saag, you can say, Tuduvalaikire. Why is it not there in my plate? So he called the head cook and told, why are you not giving me this? He said, the one who used to come was an old man, very respectable person. He used to bring this kire and he only used to cook. Now suddenly he is not seen. So then Alawandaru told, okay, when he comes, you make it sure you inform me, and I also want to meet him. So a few days passed. Now, Manakal Nambi, that is Rama Mishra, he thought, let me go and suddenly now appear again and take this Tuluvalai. So he made his sudden appearance. He brought that wonderful green vegetable. I can see leafy vegetable. Now the king, as had commanded to this head cook, immediately they informed that this person has come. The king wanted to meet him, so Rama Mishra was called inside the palace to meet Alawandar. So the time has come. So then Rama Mishra was very happy that he's now meeting his grandson, and he can now give that knowledge. Means the time has come now. He can now speak to him and slowly convince him to get this knowledge. So first meeting happens with Rama Mishra. Now the king told, you have put it so wonderfully. I want to give you the greatest gift. You tell me what I should give you. You tell me what I should give you. He said, what treasure you have? You don't have any treasure. Because you may be having some treasure, some wealth, but I have a greatest treasure, that too of your ancestors. Your grandfather has kept this treasure. So I want to give you that treasure. And that treasure is nothing before the treasure which you want to give me. So the king, Alawandar, was very surprised to hear and was very happy also. And he was very eager also to see what treasure his ancestors has kept for him, what they have kept for him. So then Ramanishra told, I am ready to show you that treasure and give you the treasure also. But before that, there is a condition. I want to come and frequently meet you and impart you the knowledge. Nobody should interrupt. Nobody should stop me also entering your room. First, I will give you the qualification to get that treasure. It's not so easy to get the treasure. So I will give you, I'll impart the knowledge, and you allow me to come whenever I feel like. Nobody should become an hindrance. So again, the king told, it's okay, fine. Then now nobody interrupted, nobody interfered also, no hindrance was there. Now Rama Mishra, whenever, every time, most of the time, he used to come to the room of Alawandaru and impart the knowledge. What was the knowledge given? Bhagavad Gita knowledge was given. 18 chapters were taught so nicely to Alawandaru. And Alawandaru is now, the consciousness went on changing. And he felt, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time. I have wasted my time. I want to see that greatest treasure. Automatically, when a person hears Bhagavad Gita, his love for Krishna increases. He revives his lost relationship. At that time, other things becomes very insignificant. So his so-called position as a king, so-called wealth, was like, he felt everything is insignificant. He wanted to renounce everything. But anyhow, he was waiting eagerly to see the treasure. Now here, Rama Mishra, when he saw that this qualification is attained, and what is that qualification? Vairagya Vidya. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has given this knowledge. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. Shiksharthamekam Purusha Purana. This is the topmost of all the knowledge. Bhakti, when bhakti is aroused, automatically renunciation and knowledge appears. It is not by renunciation and knowledge bhakti appears. When there is deep love for Krishna, automatically Vairagya and Vidya appears. Now, because he's getting he's learning Bhagavad Gita, the love for Krishna is aroused, and when love for Krishna is aroused, automatically knowledge, Vairagya appears. And he is eager to see that wealth which his ancestors have left for him. Rama Mishra saw that now he's qualified. He takes him to Sri Rangam. See, qualification is required even to see the Lord. They say, let me go to Tirth Yatras. Yes, many go to Tirth Yatras, many. But a real relishment of the yatra comes only when a person is in knowledge. It's not that anyone and everyone can relish the topmost secret. The topmost secret is understanding our relationship to Krishna and relishing that love with Krishna. So now it so happened, Rama Mishra showed him Ranganatha Perumal. As soon as he saw Ranganatha Perumal, he was overwhelmed with ecstasy. And he was thinking, what am I doing? What I was doing before? I was just absorbed in materialistic wealth and materialistic position. Let me give up all these things. He took up sannyasa and Ram Mishra advised him to preach Krishna consciousness everywhere. Whatever he has taught, to preach everywhere. He started propagating this faith, this important principles of faith to everyone. And in due course of time, he had 20 important disciples, of which 5 important disciples were instrumental in giving this knowledge to Sripad Ramanujacharaya. These 5 important disciples' names should be, in here it is going to appear again when Ramanujar pastimes will be discussing. Very important pastimes, very important disciples they are. But before that, when Ramanujacharya showed Perumal, Ranganatha Perumal to Yamunacharya, at that time, he was remembering this verse, Nacha Jnanasya Sankocham, Nacha Eva Yamagocharam, Tasmadragam Mahapurusham, Kona Sevata Buddhiman. Who will be not interested in taking up the devotional service? Nacha Jnanasya Sankocham. Is there anyone who will not worship Ranganatha? If he is really wise, then what will he do? He will worship Ranganatha and keep Yamaraj out of sight. That should be the heritage. That should be the trust. Here Rama Mishra, when he shows Ranganatha to Yamunacharya, he says, this is the trust which I have, and I'm discharging this trust onto you. That who will not take up the worship of Ranganatha? Ranganatha Perumal, the treasure house of everything. Here, Yamunacharya could see that he is a treasure house from where everything happens, creation, maintenance, destruction, everything happens. He is the source of everyone. At that time, he says this shloka, Kshetrani mitrani dhanani natha putrascha daraha pashavograhani twatpada padma pravanatma viter bhavanti marve pratikula rupaha. He says, oh Lord, you have given me so much of land. You have given me friends. You have given me wealth. You have given me sons. You have given me cattle. You have given me houses. But what is the use of all these things? And these verses he is speaking for every conditioned soul. He says, People have got everything, but what is the use of getting all these things? And these all things becomes insignificant if a person gets service of Krishna. Paraishanubhava viraktir anyatracha. Then here there is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam which says, Paraishanubhava, if you have love for Krishna, other things becomes insignificant. So in this way, Ramanujacharya, he started propagating Krishna consciousness, made important disciples, out of which 5 were the most important disciples who imparted this faith of knowledge to Ramanujacharya. They were Periyanambi Mahapurna. There is one Tamil name and there is one name which is called very easily. There's one technical name, you can say. If you have 2 names, isn't it? Like one which is called very easily by everyone. One which is like you have Narayani Lakshmi Devi Dasi. And if you know them, if you know this name. But Nivedita, many know. In this way, now it is exactly opposite. Many know Narayani, if you know Nivedita. So here, Periyanambi Mahapurna. Whenever Mahapurna comes, understand Periyanambi is referred to. Then Periya Tirumalai Nambi, that is Shailapurna, uncle of Ramanujacharya. They're all disciples of Ramanujacharya. Periya Tirumalai Nambi, that is Shailapurna. Tirukachi Nambi, that is Kanchipurna. Tirukottiyur Nambi, Koshtipurna. Mavanir Nambi, that is Vararanga. So these are the 5 important disciplines: Shailapurna, Kanchipurna, Goshtipurna, Vararanga, Mahapurna. We refer first to Mahapurna, Shailapurna, Kanchipurna, Goshtipurna, and Vararanga. They're very easy to remember. And if you say in Tamil, Periyanambi, Periya Tirumalai Nambi, Tirukachi Nambi, Tirukotiyur Nambi, and Mavanir Nambi. So in this way, I'll put this in the message children. By putting this in the message, at least I will also learn. Very difficult topic, but very easy if we go on contemplating on it. So these were the 5 important disciples. So here, Manakal Nambi, that is Rama Mishra, he also had 5 important disciples, out of which Ramanujacharya was the foremost. Now, we know Nathamuni, whose disciple was Uyakondar. And Uyakondar, that is Pundrikaksha's disciple, is Manakal Nambi, that is Rama Mishra. Now, Nathamuni also had a very important disciple. His name was Kurugul Kaval. Kurugul Kaval. You can say K Kaval. KK also you can say, but don't make it so short. Kurugul Kaval. Kurugul Kaval was a very, very wonderful disciple of Nathamuni. Nathamuni, we know that how he met Nammalvar. Nammalvar also imparted him the yoga knowledge, that is Ashtanga yoga knowledge to him. Now, Nathamuni gave this knowledge, Ashtanga yoga knowledge, Ashtanga yoga principles to Kurugul Appan, you can say. Kurugul Appan, Kurugul Kaval Appan, you can say Appan also, Kurugul Kaval Appan also you can say. So Kurugul Kaval Appan got this knowledge of Ashtanga yoga. So Rama Mishra, before leaving his body, told to Alawandar that you should meet K. Appan. In short, you can say K. Appan, Kurugul Kaval Appan, KK Appan. You should meet K. Appan and get this knowledge of yoga, because Nathamuni had told both of us, to my teacher he had told, and to K. Appan also he had told. Both are god brothers. That is Pundrikaksha and K. Appan were god brothers, and both were entrusted certain tasks. So K. Appan was given the task of imparting the yoga principles to you. So you should go and meet him. Alawandar told, why I should go and meet him? You have so much of knowledge. Why don't you teach me? Anyhow, your teacher, Uyakondar, that is Pundrikaksha, must have taught you. Rama Mishra told, my teacher, Oyakonda, that is Pundrikaksha, he felt himself unworthy to take this knowledge. That is why when I asked him, "You did not learn this knowledge?" He said, "I feel myself very unworthy to take this. Anyhow, what is the use of taking also? I consider my body to be a dead body. What is the use of learning this?" So I did not take it because I find myself unworthy to take it. Yoga principles are so wonderful, but I find myself unworthy to take it. When my teacher finds it unworthy to take, why I should be interested? So I was also not interested. But as such, Nathamuni has given this instruction to Kayappan to impart to you this knowledge. So you should go and meet him. So in this way, he advised him to go and meet, and also he advised him to make Srirangam as his capital. Thus, he left his body. So there is a memorial verse for Ramanujacharaya which goes like this: Ayatyanato yamunam atmada samalarka padarpana nishkramena yakritavana sthita yauvarajyam namani tam ramam mameyata tam ramam mameya sattvam. So what was the work of Ramanujacharaya? He was passing very wonderful days with Alawandar. What he was doing, he was, along with Alawandaru, he was taking up the task of propagating the faith of knowledge and writing the works of which Stotra Ratna was one of the work, Siddhitraya, Agamatraya, Agama, Pramunya, like this 3 works, important works he did along with Alawandar. So in this memorial, it has been written, along with his disciple Ramanujacharya, he was propagating Krishna consciousness everywhere. He was propagating the faith of knowledge which his teacher has entrusted to him. And he was writing the works, Stotra Ratna, along with Ramanujacharya. It is actually Ramanujacharya writes, Ram Mishra also helps him. Siddhitraya, Agama, Pramunya in this way. Now the day is past. I remember, yes, I should go and meet Kayappan, Urugul Kavalappan. So he went to meet. At that time, he saw Kayappan was performing yoga, was engrossed in yoga, so he did not disturb him. He just went and stood on the other side. Suddenly, Kayappan told, "Who has come from Nathamuni's family?" Now here, Alawandaru was shocked to hear. Now he has not even opened the eyes, he has not even seen. But Kayappan says, "Somebody from Nathamuni's family has come here." He said, "Yes, I'm standing here." Then Kayappan looked at him. He said, "Introduce yourself." He said, "I am Yamunaita Turaivan. That is, I am the grandson of Nathamuni. But I want to know, you did not see me entering. I just went and simply stood on the other side without any notice. How is it that you came to know this?" He said, "When I perform yoga, I'm completely absorbed in Krishna. I look at Krishna, Krishna also looks at me. Many times I have seen Lakshmi coming to distract Krishna, to attract him towards herself. But I have found Krishna is not even attracted by Lakshmi. Krishna is attracted by Bhakti. When I perform the yoga, he is completely looking at me. But this time I saw 3 or 4 times Krishna looked at the other side. Then I came to know. It can be none other than a family member of Nathamuni." So in this way, Alawandaru was surprised and he was very happy to meet Kayappan. He told, "Please teach me yoga principles." He said, "Yes, I will impart you the knowledge, but only when I leave my body. When I leave the body, that is the time before leaving the body, I will give this knowledge, and it's going to come in the next month, Pushya month. The next month, Abhikyan Muhurta. The next month you come, you write down in a scrap of paper and that in next month you are going to come in the Pushya Nakshatra and that too the Abhikya Muhurta. That is the time I'm going to leave the body, but before going to leave the body, I'm going to give this knowledge to you. But without forgetting, come at this time. So now, next month only. So what happened was, Adhyan Utsav started in Sri Rangam. What is this Adhyan Utsav? This is an annual festival. In this annual festival, Ariyar Seva. What is Ariyar Seva? Ariyar Sevas means Nathamuni had put all the Tiruvayamuri and all the Divya Prabandham in a very nice raga, very nice tune. So Ariyars that time, they sing in a very particular, beautiful way towards Ranganatha and they dance also. This Ariyar Seva was done. This was happening very nicely. Now, this Sadhyan Utsav goes for some time. At that time, now here, Ramanujacharaya thought, let me go to pilgrimage. Let me go to Anantashayana Perumal. Let me go on a pilgrimage. But before going on a pilgrimage, this important festival is there. So let me entrust this to my disciple Andan. So Andan, his name is Devyavari Andan. So let me entrust this task to him and I'll go. So he gave this responsibility of conducting this festival, that is Abhyal Utsava, and he went to Ananta Shayana. So now here it so happened, his disciple was so much serving Ramanujacharya. Now without Ramanujacharya, was finding very difficult. The Utsava and all is going on. His mind was not there. He was falling sick. The doctors were called. He said, doctors told, we are not able to understand what type of disease this is. He is becoming weak. He is not able to bear the separation from his guru. So then the doctor told, is he in love with some girl? No, what? Nothing. He is in love with his guru. He is not in love with anyone. He is in love with his guru. He cannot stay without his guru. So the doctor told, okay, ask him to go and meet the guru. He was so happy to hear. Somehow he got the courage and strength to walk. First, he could not walk. He became motionless. He could not walk. So much of separation from the guru that he could not walk. He was falling sick. Now, when the doctor told, take him to meet his guru, he was so happy. In that happiness, he started walking. So this Andan, when he was going towards Anantashayana, so he was walking towards Anantashayana. There it so happened, he met Ramanujacharya. Now, what happened before meeting Andan? Ramanujacharya remembered, oh, today is Pushya Nakshatra. And K. Appan had called me. What is this? Today is Pushya Nakshatra, Abhikya Muhurta is there. At that time he remembered, because that time he saw the scrap and the scrap was there in his bag. And when he saw the scrap, he remembered, and exactly that was the Muhurta. When that was a Muhurta, he was repenting. He was thinking, if Pushpak Vimana would have been there, I would have flown there. I would have gone to K. Appan, but what is the use? Anyhow, now I cannot get yoga knowledge. He would have left his body. So he was walking towards Sri Rangam, and this person was walking, his disciple was walking towards Anantashayana. So they met. When they met, the Andan was so happy. He fell, he paid obeisances, fell like Ganda, paid obeisances. But Ramanujacharya was not very happy to see him. He told, because he was surprised also, he had entrusted a task to him that he has to manage Adhyan Utsava. How come he left Sri Rangam and he came here? But he told in a very in a sarcastic way, anyhow, I am not Rama. Rama is the master. I am not Rama. I am not Lord Ram. Lord Ram has the capacity to entrust his kingdom to Bharat. So anyhow, there is no dosha on yours. The dosha is on my part. Because I don't have the capacity to entrust the responsibilities onto you. Hearing this, Anand started crying. Devyavari Anand. He could not speak anything. It is said when a task is given, it has to be taken very seriously. If it is not taken seriously, the heart of the Guru cries. So the heart of the Guru, Alawandaru, was expressing in a different way. I am not master anymore. I am not master anymore. You are also not my disciple. Because if that type of bondage would have been there, then that type of bondage is compared actually with Rama and Bharat. So here Andavan is crying. The people who had assembled there, they told, we can see that he is like Lakshmana. Because Lakshmana also cannot stay without Rama. Anyhow, you compared yourself with Rama and you compared him with Bharata, but we see you as Rama and we see him as Lakshmana. So as Lakshmana cannot stay without Rama, your disciple also cannot stay without you. So anyhow, hearing this, Ramanujacharaya was happy. There was a smile in his face, Andan's face. And he hugged his disciple. And in this way, he left to Sri Ranga. Now see, the opportunity of getting yoga principles was not there for him. But then he was thinking, anyhow, maybe this is arrangement of Ranganatha to make me forget that Muhurta and that Nakshatra, Pushya Nakshatra and the Muhurta. Also, it must be the plan of Ranganatha that I should only serve him in the way Mishra has taught me. So whatever the teachings with Mishra which he got, Mishra got from his teacher, from Ritaksha, from his teacher. Maybe I should serve Ranganatha only in this way. So he was serving Ranganatha very nicely. Though he had important disciples, 20 important disciples, of whom 5 were most important, but still he was thinking, I should have a spiritual preceptor who is going to lead Sri Vaishnavism. All are there, but I am in search of that gem. So, who is that gem? Bhavishyatacharya Ramanujacharya. So, Yamunacharya, though had all knowledge, Ramanujacharya, still Yamunacharya was not so convinced. It is said, you may have many disciples, but there will be one who will be the head of everyone, who is going to take this lead. It's not that everybody can lead. There may be many, but to lead, he should be having the qualities of his guru. Then only he can lead that whole sampradaya. So to lead the sampradaya, or Sri Vaishnava sampradaya, has been given to Yamunacharya to lead. And now Yamunacharya is in search of that gem. Who is going to lead this? I am in search of that person. So in this way, in the next class, we'll see how Ramanujacharya is born, and all the birth of Ramanujacharya, the past tense of Ramanujacharya, how Yamunacharya meets Ramanujacharya. Did he really meet, or he just went and saw? How was the meeting of Ramanujacharya with Yamunacharya? It is said, just a small thing, like Ramanujacharya never met Yamunacharya. He only saw the dead body of Ramanujacharya, but he could know the heart of Ramanujacharya. So that is the Guru Shishya love. So till now what we saw, Nathamuni getting the secrets of knowledge from Namalvar, imparting this knowledge to his disciples, of whom K.Appan, Vakondar, the Rikaksha are very important disciples. Vakondar gave this knowledge to Rama Mishra, seeing his dedication. Nathamuni saw the dedication of Pundrikaksha. Then Pundrikaksha saw the dedication of Rama Mishra. And Rama Mishra gives this knowledge to Alawandar. Alawandar gave this knowledge to his 5 important disciples, who became instrumental to impart this knowledge to Ramanujacharya. So I'll be putting the names. So today, the names were, there is Periya Nambi, Mahapurna, Periya Nambi, Periya Tirumalai Nambi, that is Shailapurna. Then comes Tirukottiur Nambi, that is Koshtikurna, Tirukachi Nambi, that is Kanchipurna, and Mavaniyar Nambi, that is Varalanga. So these important disciples, all pastimes with Ramanujacharya also we will be doing. So any doubts in this? Can ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, Ramakrishna gave knowledge to Alawandar. उनका दूसरा नाम क्या है तो जो हम इजी से
मनकाल नंबी. मनकाल नंबी. रामकृष्ण का नाम है मनकाल नंबी.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
So Manakal Nambi's memorial verses.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Mataji, all this happens in Tamil Nadu only, no, Mataji, but they have names like Rama, Mishra, and so many other names. A bit confused about that, Mataji.
So one is like Tamil name and one is a regular name, so that everybody can say. Everybody can chant properly. Like Rama.
But they are all people who live in Tamil Nadu, Mataji, but they are not necessarily Tamilians, Mataji.
The Tamilians only, no?
Because Mishra name is there, no, Mataji, that's why I got confused.
Rama Mishra. I don't know.
And beautiful point about following the teacher, Mataji. Wonderful, Mataji. Following the Guru. Wonderful, Mataji.
Yeah, what we find in Sri Sampradaya is pure devotional service and Vaishnava Seva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took 2 principles, pure devotional service and Vaishnava Seva. How a disciple should be with his Guru. At that time, one point I missed out. Yamunacharya says to his disciple, Andan, do one thing, you go ahead, I'll go to Sri Rangam. Anyhow, you wanted to see Ananta Shayana, you go and have darshan. At that time, Andan says, for me, you are only Ananta Shayana. I don't have to go and see any Lord. I actually came to see you. At that time, only he opens the mouth. Till that time, he was shivering. Because Yamunacharya called, said, me, I am not the master. I am not Rama. I'm not, how can I compare myself to Rama? And all these things, he was crying. His crying means he was actually expressing his disgust that how he left his responsibility and came. He said, anyhow, you wanted to go on the pilgrimage, you go. I'm going to Sri Rangam. I'll take care of that Adhyana Utsava. He says, I did not come to see the pilgrimage. I don't want to see any Lord. For me, Lord is you only. I just want to serve you. Just see. This should be the inclination of a disciple towards his Guru. If Guru takes me, I'll go, or I am not interested in seeing any temple. I am not interested even in seeing Lord. I am just interested in serving my spiritual master. If that inclination is there, the Lord himself appears before that disciple. That is Sri Vaishnava principles. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes disciples, when they get initiated in all these things, they feel now we are very qualified. Let me go and settle in Tirtha Kshetras. Let me go to Ayodhya, or let me go to Vrindavan. Generally, the Gaudiyas means they want to go and settle in Vrindavan. But here, most important learning is, if we follow the principles, if we follow the teachings of our spiritual master and be committed to the process, Vrindavan is appearing in the heart of the disciple. Vrindavan appears. You don't have to go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan itself will appear in the heart of the disciple who takes that commitment of his Guru. Simple. That is what here Anand tells to Ramanujacharaya. I don't have to go to Anantashayana. Why should I go there? Ultimately, what am I going to see? I'll go and see the deities. But then, love for the deities only you can teach. Same thing we'll find in Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's dealings with Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada just met twice or thrice only. At that time, it so happens, the altar opens in Vrindavan. All the disciples go and take darshan, except for Prabhupada. Prabhupada is hearing the class of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, you did not go to take darshan. He said, why? You are teaching me, that is enough for me. At that time, Prabhupada said, you have a desire to hear. You are going to lead this Gaudiya Dhara everywhere. There should be a qualified leader to lead. Everybody went and took darshan. When they came back, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, am I fool here to sit and teach you how to take darshan, and you are so qualified that you can go and take darshan? Just see. Similar. You can see the similar. Here, Ramanujacharaya did not shout that much only. Ramanujacharaya told, anyhow, he also expressed a disgust. Go and take darshan, go. At that time, he says, I am not qualified. And I don't know also who is Lord. For me, you are Lord. Sakshat dharitvena samasta shastre. Just follow Guru's instruction. That is enough. Lord himself comes to the disciple to give darshan. Vrindavan is actually consciousness. It is not just a place, it is consciousness. Vrindavan is not just a place, it is consciousness. Understand it very nicely. If our consciousness is there in serving our spiritual master, Vrindavan automatically appears. This is what is the learning from Sri Vaishnava Dharma, which has been taken very nicely by our Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sripad Ramanujacharaya ki jai. To stop here. I think the doubts are not any doubts are there. I'll be putting the names now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you Mataji for